I know I'm beauty and brains, but I look extra good right now.
My baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. Yeah. But does she really wanna? But can't stand to see me walk out the door. Don't try to fight the feeling, cause the thought alone is killing me right now. Mom and dad for sticking two together, cause we don't know how, yeah. Oh, no, 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 no. Hey, watch me.
Hey double majors, welcome back to my channel. What's poppin', what's poppin', what's poppin'? If you're new here, welcome. My name is Brelynn. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel, ring the bell that way you don't miss a notification from me, and follow me on my social media at brelynn.hunt. Welcome back to another vlog. This one is going to be another installment of my Health Leadership Impact Fellowship Public Health Policy Fellowship experience. I am a Health Leadership Impact Fellow. It is my last gap year experience before going off to medical school because I am an incoming M1. This fellowship has been a journey, honey. I talked about it a lot on my channel, and I even have a whole playlist of all the vlogs that are within this experience. But just for anybody who is new, I applied to this program while I was studying for my 4th MCAT attempt. I ended up being in a long 9-month waiting period until the fellowship finally started. It began in March with an in-person convening here in DC. Originally, all the fellows were supposed to move to DC and be doing federal public health policy placements. They switched it to local governments because it was originally supposed to be a health equity fellowship in collaboration with the Office of Minority Health. There had to be some changes. We switched to doing local placements. The fellowship was shortened to 6 months with 2 in-person convening. First in-person convening was in March. Again, I have a whole vlog on that, and this is the second convening. I just finished filming my last podcast episode, which is why I'm in full glam. Last week I had a photo shoot for my 30th birthday, which is why my hair is so glam like this, but it's nice because I get to have this cute hair all week. I will say, I know I'm beauty and brains, but I look extra good right now. So yes, I have been procrastinating filming that video, but I woke up this morning, did full glam, and filmed the last podcast episode. I'm exporting all the clips onto my computer and hard drive now. It's 3 p.m. I haven't eaten yet, so I think I'm gonna make myself some lunch. I need to pack. Even though I'm local here in this area, they do provide me with a hotel for these in-person convenings. I will be having another fun DC staycation this week. I do need to pack for that, so all I have to do is figure out the outfits that I'm gonna wear for the rest of the week, as well as pack my toiletries and checking in on my handy dandy notebook. Oh, I really need to put away my laundry. I've been procrastinating that for weeks. I really just want to pick up my house, clean it up before I leave. And that definitely includes putting away my laundry. I do need to step out and make a few returns before I'm kind of like out of commission for the entire week. So I need to stop by Staples and UPS. I can check in at the hotel as early as 4, but as I mentioned, it's 3 p.m. Remember last time I got in at like 11 p.m. I don't want that to be the case today. I have so many deliverables for this fellowship that I have been procrastinating, and I cannot procrastinate any longer because they are literally due this week. I have like a TEDx talk that I have to give that I literally have not written. I have a paper that I'm supposed to submit that's like a policy memo. I need to make my final edits and submit that, as well as I need to make a presentation for that. And I think there's also one more presentation that I have to do, basically just updating everyone on my fellowship placement. I think that's also going to be about 15 minutes. That shouldn't take too much time, but I do just need to like write out some bullet points for that. I think I'm going to work on those things when I get to the hotel, but I definitely want to have them done before the night is over. That way I can just enter the week enjoying it as much as possible. By the way, today is Monday, but today is everybody's travel day, so I have most of the day to myself. Also, if I have enough time, thinking about maybe stopping to get my lashes done, but maybe I'll just wait and do that next week before. Oh, by the way, right after this week, I'm literally going on my birthday vacation. There's also things throughout this week that I'm going to try and get together. So yes, that's what we're up to. That's what we have going on. Just wanted to start the vlog. I think the immediate order of operations are going to be eat, put away laundry, and then start packing. Okay, y'all, it is literally 10 o'clock at night. I thought that I could do it faster, but I couldn't. It took me forever. I got this big old bag because, mind you all, I'm going straight from the hotel convening to my birthday tea party. So I had to make sure that I had like my makeup and my shoes and my hair, like all my hair products and stuff set. I ended up ordering myself food here. That way by the time I got to the restaurant, I'm going a million miles a minute. By the time I got to the hotel, I didn't have to worry about ordering food. I literally just got takeout, and my purse is full. Got this whole situation here, and they are once again doing work on my street while I'm gone. So I need to, oh, that's what I meant. I was trying to find my keys in this purse. Yeah, I'm just about to move my car really quickly. I've already called my Uber. It's gonna be here in about 3 minutes. Yeah, it's almost here. So let me go move my car and then we'll head to the hotel. Okay, y'all, I made it in. I know I look crazy. It is literally 11 p.m. So just want to do a quick little room tour before I eat my dinner, and then I got a lot of work to do because, like I mentioned to you all, I have to do a TED Talk tomorrow, and not only am I currently writing my TED Talk, but I have to figure out how I'm gonna memorize it in like 12 hours. So in the meantime, as soon as you walk in, we have a little kitchen here. They like to set us up with a hotel room that has a kitchen. So we will be here all week in case you wanted to get groceries or put anything like any leftovers in the refrigerator and to warm things up. It's a very big suite, as you can see. We have a whole living room section here, got a TV, nice little desk, which I'm literally about to be working at, a couch, even a dining room table, carrying my new Starbucks cup today. And then also, I don't think I mentioned to you all, but I bought these from my home because, as I mentioned just last week, not even last week, like a few days ago, I did my birthday photo shoot. I purchased these very expensive large bouquet of flowers, and I didn't want to just leave them at home and not be able to relish in their beauty for the week or so that they're going to be alive because they were so expensive. So child, I bought these flowers with me, and they're going to be here in this hotel because why would they just be at home dying and like I wouldn't be able to see them? You know what I'm saying? They're a beautiful bouquet. Take out food and my flowers and my new water bottle, and then this is the bedroom. Very cute, very simple, nothing too much to it. Another television, which is great. Oh yes, they have a full-length mirror. This is perfect. Y'all, I can't believe I actually came here like this. I should put on more clothes, but anyway. And then this is the bathroom. This is a Residence Inn, so very much so, you know, standard 3-star, nothing too fancy, but it's clean. Hopefully it's not as loud as the hotel was last time, because we definitely made some complaints about that. I fear I may have to pull an all-nighter, and I'm very scared about it. Like, I do not want to do it, but I don't see how I'm gonna get everything done. Dang. Unpacking everything, rolling up my hair, eating dinner, like it's just too much. I'm gonna try not to get overwhelmed and take one thing at a time. Eating will definitely help. So let's eat, breathe, and we'll take it from there. Good morning. Okay, y'all know I've been on go from the jump, so unfortunately I have not gone to sleep, and it is 8:55 and I need to start walking exactly right now to not be late. First day. My paper is done and submitted, but my PowerPoint is not. I did write the stuff for my TED Talk, but it is nowhere memorized. It's one of those things where, again, we talk about it. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. I'm glad that this fellowship ended up coming through. I just have so many deliverables this week. It's just one of those weeks where I'm like, I cannot wait until this week is over. Particularly this day, so that I can have a full night's rest. I'm really excited about my outfit today. I know it's like very unconventional, but because we're giving these health equity talks, this is the Barbie power suit that I chose for it. I think it's so cute, so cutesy. Now it is summertime, so I'm not gonna walk over with this on, and it does include these like shorts, but honestly we're so casual there that I don't even feel like I don't need to be super dressed up. I really need another bag because I need to carry my heels with me My purse is already full to the max. Oh goodness gracious, this is a lot. I guess I will try and vlog on my phone because I genuinely don't even have room in my purse for this big camera. This time they put us at a hotel that has breakfast, but I'm gonna miss it because I'm still getting ready, which sucks because I'm definitely hungry. And I did roll up my hair last night, but I didn't add any heat to it, so it doesn't, I mean, it's fine, it's fine. We just have to embrace it being big, you know? I didn't even put directions. Oh man, y'all, send up a prayer for me. Today is gonna be a crazy one. Talk to y'all later. I can breathe. Okay, we just finished our story of self-talks, which was our like TED Talks, and thank God they had like a teleprompter. It was really supposed to be a confidence monitor, but I ended up creating my entire talk and putting it in a presentation. That way I could walk through, excuse me, I could, yes, I ended up putting it in a PowerPoint, and that way I was able to click through it while I was talking because I did not have it memorized, and it was like 10 minutes. I didn't know what I was gonna do, but it all worked out and now I'm free. And everybody of course loved it. They love my outfit, so I'm just like, whew. Okay, first thing done. Now we're gonna have lunch, we're gonna go to an escape room, and yes, okay, and just in general have a much more chill rest of our day. I will check back in with you guys next time we do something fun. Yes, I'm serious. It was 731. Yeah. Hey y'all, I'm back home from the escape room. There was a, let me put my purse down over here. There was a bar by the escape room, so they stopped and drank and talked for another hour afterwards. And I was like, please, I just want to go home. I just want to lay down because I just need a nap so bad just to catch up on my sleep. I also need to warm up. I got dumplings yesterday. Or wonton, no, was it? I don't know. I got a steak and cheese egg roll. Just as a little recap, my TED Talk went really well. I received really great feedback. And I mean, like, even when I was giving my talk, the way that everybody was like, like, you could tell my, oh yeah, I ate down. And I'm so glad they ended up having confidence monitors, which was perfect because I genuinely, I don't know what I was going to do. I could not come up with what I wanted to say on the spot. Like I had it written out, but I just couldn't speak for 10 minutes giving the speech that I wanted to give. So I'm glad that it all worked out and that that's over. It is a big sigh of relief. Afterwards we went to escape room. We were able to escape, which is great. That's my second time doing escape room this year. Literally the same place, but we did a different room. So that was nice and fun. I just wanted to come back and lay down because I've been going nonstop. I have dinner later on at like 6 p.m. 3:30. So I think they're probably gonna call us Ubers. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna take a nap. I can feel it right now. Like I can barely keep my eyes open. I am so tired, but I'm glad that the first day has gone well. when we start off every day, we always start off with like our intentions, what we're gonna be putting into the day, what we want to get out of it. And I was like, I low-key want to disassociate. Like, I want to not be so anxious and stressed out about how this moment is gonna go, because I'm just honestly ill prepared. I had a super busy weekend where I have been going non-stop since Thursday. When I'm working at my placement site, I mean, I'm just going from 9 to 5 meetings and different tasks and things. I just haven't had enough extra free time to also write a policy memo, to create a presentation, to memorize something. You have to spend so many hours to memorize something like that's 10 minutes long. At least for me, I would have been even more nervous trying to recite something to memory, because I didn't know if what I was going to say was good, and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to finesse giving a 10-minute TED Talk without it being memorized. But like I said, it all worked out. I really should take my laptop with me because I need to work on my presentation. We have one presentation tomorrow, which is really like a 5-minute update with me, the other fellows, and also the other fellows who are all underneath the same grant, to the people who gave us the grant, basically giving them an update on what we've done for the fellowship. And then the next day I have my health policy memo presentation, but I really need to have that submitted tonight. I'm sorry, I got to put me first, Lucius. Give me 10. Give me 10. It's the way that I have you all balancing on my wrist here. I just need a moment to be horizontal, you know, and lay down, not have to think, and then maybe I'll bring out my laptop and I'll start doing some work. With that, that's the update. Good night. Okay, checking in. I am back from dinner, y'all. That was like the best nap of my life. I was knocked out and it felt so good because y'all know I was so tired. I literally woke up from them sending text messages like, hey, we're at the restaurant, let us know when you guys are here. I was like, I've got brought back to life. Literally hurry up, change a little bit, and then got an Uber to the restaurant. You actually could have walked there. I walked there by myself, but the fellows and I walked back together. And yeah, dinner was great. It was kind of like a tapas place. I got salmon because I want it to be good and have some vegetables. But when I tell you, I am so excited. I have never been more excited in my life to take off this makeup, take off these lashes, and get in the shower and go to bed. I mean, I am ecstatic. I am so excited. It has been, sorry about the lighting. I've been waiting for this moment since yesterday. I was gonna be like over 100 degrees, so I'm trying to decide what outfit I wanna wear. I will say I didn't do any work on my policy memo presentation because I just fell asleep so fast. So I should do a little bit of that while I'm going to bed. Also, I was in a bit of a reading slump. I hadn't finished a book all last week. I'm currently reading I, Medusa. I think it's because I've been watching so much Love Island that I haven't had as much time to read. I wonder if I should roll up my hair or if I should just keep wearing a ponytail all week, or like just embrace it being big, you know? I think it's probably good to start off with rollers in it. I need to do that first. I was putting away my laundry and I was packing. I was listening to the audiobook, which is such a good habit stacking. I need to get better at doing that. Like whenever I'm procrastinating putting away laundry, like just putting on a good audiobook. I just love reading. Like I much more prefer reading and listening to an audiobook than just listening. So I don't like to get through hours of my book of just listening. But I will say the story was a little bit slow in the beginning and I wasn't getting through it as fast as I would have wanted to. So it actually really helped out because it took me some hours to put away my laundry and to pack and do all the things. While I was doing that, I was listening to the book and now it's getting really good. So now I really want to sit down and like actually read. We gotta roll up this hair, we gotta shower, we gotta work on our presentation, and we need to read. Many things to do tonight, but I'm gonna leave you here. Dinner was pretty good. At the table I was able to sit with a couple of the leaders of the fellowship who are physicians, and they were just giving me advice about matriculating into medical school, which is really nice. We got off topic a lot, but it's always really nice to just receive like unsolicited advice from people who have been in your shoes before. I mean, that's the reason why I do this fellowship, right? To get in the rooms with these people and to learn from their wealth of wisdom, right? It's 8 o'clock. I think we have to be at the School of Public Health by like 9:45 tomorrow, so a little bit of a later start to our day. My main goal is to have enough time to stop at the continental breakfast tomorrow, so I'll see you guys then. Good night. Good morning. It's the next day. I am half ready. I took my hair out and got dressed, went downstairs and picked myself up some breakfast from the Continental. Waffle, some potatoes, cheesy continental eggs, and some bacon. It's 8:40, so I have literally an hour, and I'm just going to eat this and then start on my makeup. Slept really good last night. I mean, I was knocked out. I just slept throughout the entire night. I woke up around 7 a.m. and then I went back to sleep. But I was like, no, Brelynn, you're really gonna want breakfast. So like, just get up, do half of it, and then you can go back to sleep. But I got my presentation done, and I also wrote my little 3-minute speech for later on today when we talk to upper program directors. So I feel free. I feel like now I can finally enjoy this week because I have all of my deliverables in. Of course, I still have to do my presentations, but y'all know I can talk, I can speak in front of people. Like, that's not the scary part. The scary part is like going to a presentation and like not being prepared whatsoever. But now that I have my policy memo submitted, I have my TED Talk done, and I have my policy presentation done and submitted, we can just enjoy the week. Speaking of my TED Talk, one of the program directors texted me yesterday after we left dinner, because it was with like the program directors and stuff. That's why I really didn't vlog, because y'all know I don't like to be having the camera up in people's face. I try and stay discreet. I will say, when I first joined this fellowship, I chose not to share my Instagram. I think I shared this with you all. I chose not to share my Instagram with the other fellows because it was giving, you know, this is gonna be a professional setting, and I share too much on my social media that you will be my friend, or like you'll know more about me as if we are friends than I will share here in this space. And so I didn't really want them to know that I was a content creator. I just wanted them to know what I wanted them to know about me. Unfortunately for me, like I don't have a professional and then a private, like a Finsta or anything, or like it, like everything's in one place. So I just didn't have them follow me. All of them saw my medical school announcement video. Mind you, they already knew that I was accepted because they were some of the first people that I told, especially in person, because even the week that I got my second acceptance, I was here at the fellowship. Anyway, yeah, first of all, it's just so crazy how the internet works, because everybody and their mama has seen that video. So even if I haven't talked to somebody in a long time, or if I don't follow them, like they've reached out to me and I'm like, the other girl in fellowship, she was like, Instagram suggested your video to me in my email. Like, we think you may like this person. She said, wait a minute, I know her. So anyway, that's pretty crazy. Off topic. Early in the morning, lock-in Brelynn. When the programs directors were by themselves, they all talked about how amazing my story of self / my TED Talk was. One of them who wasn't there, she was like, oh my goodness, I wish I would have seen it. Like, everybody is raving about it. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then that's so crazy. Like, it was very much so last minute. I knew that what I wrote was good, because at the end of the day, like, I can speak with conviction. First, I was so upset because I was like, I don't know what to talk about. Like, I don't have a sob story. What am I gonna say when it comes to health equity? It's kind of like an oratory version of your personal statement. But I remember one day I was literally driving. I came up with the idea of kind of like a childhood anecdote that was very me, and how I could warp it into my career in health policy, public health, and as a future physician. And I like did a voice note, and it was like so long. And then when I went back like a week later, I was like, wait, this actually eats. Like, I just need to. But it took me a long time to go back to that. So even though I waited to the last minute to finish it and I did not memorize it, I have been working on it for some time. I didn't just come up with it yesterday. Like, I've been working on it for some time. Anyway, I'm hungry. My stomach's starting to growl. I'm gonna eat breakfast, and I'll check in with you guys after I finish my makeup. Okay, y'all, I'm all dressed and ready to go. Let me show you all my outfit before I leave. I've worn this before, but it is one of my favorite kind of business casual looks to do in the summertime. The top is from Shein. I'm wearing a bodysuit underneath of it that's from Express. The pants are Misguided Tall, and these are my new flats that I got from Walmart. And aren't they just so perfect? We're doing like a walking tour today, or just a tour in general of the Office of Minority Health, because that is who the fellowship is in partnership with. with. So we're actually gonna go and see it a little bit and learn a bit about it. I'm carrying my Aruba Michael Kors purse, filled up my water bottle, and we are ready to go. I've never done this tour before. This is something brand new to me, and I'm very curious to see what it's gonna be like. So I'm actually gonna bring you all with me. So come on, you're coming with me.
How many times, how many fears, how many rhymes, how many things that we had to go through. Now we're standing here just aligned. Everything works out, yeah, in the end. Everything falls into place in time. Live for the mix and blend, no 8s or 9s and everything's 10. Light work never been hard, easy, yeah, you know we got scars. Following signs of following stars, following feeling, following hearts. You can do it when you want to, yeah, no rush. Life is amazing, life is enough. You know where you stand when you know your stuff.
Morning, it's Thursday. Third day here for the in-person convening. Let me show you all my outfit because I've got to head out soon. I will say this is in fact my third day in a row wearing pink. I normally like to split up my colors, but I really wanted to wear this top because it's new. It's from Shein. The skirt is also from Shein. It's actually a part of a two-piece set, literally for my graduation dress over 8 years ago, and I put this together and I said, you know what, this is so cute, and I just haven't had a place or time to wear this top, so I figured that this would be the perfect time because it's hot in the summertime and this is a professional setting. I'm wearing my Walmart flats again. I have a blue outfit for tomorrow, but this is also one of my most professional outfits, and today we have our policy presentation, so I just figured we just gonna go ahead and wear pink again. That way we are best dressed as per usual for our presentation. I'm gonna do a couple of videos on short form and then we're gonna walk over to the building. We're actually going to a new building today because the air conditioning wasn't working. Or it was working, but it was very, very low. It was very, very hot yesterday when we came back for the second half of the day. Pretty sure I mentioned, but it's a heat wave. So it's literally 100 degrees today. Even now, my hotel room is so hot. I was really hot last night, and that was one of the things that I was looking forward to the most about staying in a hotel because my house is hot. Especially on the top floor, the air doesn't really circulate up there, and so I have like all these fans around me, but here I don't have my fans with me, and it was still hot. So I was just like, dang, I really just thought that I was gonna be able to sleep well, but instead I was up all night basically trying to edit the videos of my road to medicine so that I could have those uploaded by next week, or really this weekend. Anyway, with that being said, we're going to a new building today, and honestly I probably should have left about 5 minutes ago. So let me create these short form videos and then we'll walk over. I'm home, day 3 done. Today wasn't as well. I'll say this, the presentations, like I tell y'all, back to back to back to back to back. I tried to show it on the vlog, but there was a room of like 20 or so people on the Zoom call for our presentations, and I had to go last. So I was sitting there listening to everybody else present, knowing that I was next, and I could not focus because I didn't receive any feedback before I submitted my presentation. I wasn't quite sure if you know what I'm saying? I just didn't feel super confident in my presentation, but I received, as per usual, a lot of great feedback. A lot of the women on the call too really appreciated my topic. I don't know if I showed you guys or told you all about it, but ended up doing my, this is kind of like our capstone project. I did my policy analysis on the barriers to IVF care care through insurance, specifically how it impacts Black women. So a lot of people were really happy that I made that as my topic. They really liked the policy recommendations that I gave. I'm sorry I'm out of breath, y'all. I mentioned it is literally 100 degrees, like 100 degrees outside. I feel like I've never felt DC be so hot. Like there is no wind, even humidity in the air. It's just like straight heat. It's so hot outside. We did our presentations in the morning time, had lunch, and then we did our liberation lab for the second half of the entire day. So literally a 4-hour block. The liberation labs are normally what we do when I have like those Friday leadership development courses. The person who does those leadership courses is here in person. So we did one of those sessions in person, and he's also going to be there tomorrow. It is 5:21. I am so tired. I can't wait to take off this outfit and be horizontal and take a nap. I need to do like how I did yesterday and order dinner while I take off my makeup. That way, as soon as my food gets here, I can grab it from the lobby, roll up my hair, that way nobody sees me in my rollers, and then take a shower. Sorry, the air conditioning just came on, which is good because it's actually hot in here. Like it says it's 69 degrees. Y'all know I am hot-blooded, but I'm sorry, that's still too hot. I may turn this all the way down to like 66, see if that's helpful. I had some caffeine today too, but I am just exhausted. I just think that having to present every day like this, my nerves are constantly on. Even though after I present there's like a huge relief, I think I've just been like holding my breath for the past couple of days. Tomorrow I don't have to do any presenting. All I have to do is listen, but it's also our last day in person. It's technically not the end of the fellowship, but it kind of feels like it is. So yeah, I'm excited about tomorrow. That was the recap for today. Another great day. That was a recap for the day. Another great day, but a very hot day. Good morning. Happy Friday. It's the last day of the fellowship convening here in Washington, D.C. As you can see, I'm going barefaced because I've been wearing makeup for literally the past week straight. So this is my outfit of the day. Let me show you all in the mirror really quickly. Still getting cute. Okay, I still rolled up my hair, so I didn't just give up on the last day, but just giving my face a break. The top is from Express. The belt is from Shein. The pants are from Fashion Nova, and I don't know where my shoes are from. And then I'm just wearing like my regular jewelry. I think these earrings are from Amazon. Oh, by the way, last night I finished my book, I, Medusa, by Ayana Gray. I'm looking forward to it because it was such a short book, black retelling of Medusa, but I actually didn't know the story of Medusa whatsoever. Like I didn't know the mythology or the lore, so everything in the later half was actually very shocking to me. It was a little bit slow in the first half, and at the end of the day I really liked the way that it was written. I feel like you really got to understand why Medusa was doing what she was doing, what she was thinking, why she was acting. It made you feel, it made you shock. Like it was a good book, so I recommend it. I enjoyed it, especially if you're not like super into fantasy. If you are into Greek mythology, this will really be a fun read for you. But yeah, it's a really good combination of a little bit of love, a little bit of tragedy, a little bit of drama, friendships, families, gods, magic, power, all the things. So highly recommend. I didn't give myself enough time to go downstairs for breakfast, but I have just been eating my leftover pizza every morning. I love how I'm gonna have a bit of a garlic breath, but I literally need to scarf this down in 2.5 seconds. By the way, as soon as I finished one book, I started the next one because that's how you have to do if you don't want to get in a book slump. It's almost 2/3 through July and I only finished one book. It's okay though, because next week I'm going on vacation and I normally get a lot of reading done when I have flights. So I decided to read. I'm not quite sure if this is considered to be a memoir. I have the physical copy book at home. I rented the audiobook. Sorry, the air conditioning. I rented the audiobook on Libby, and then I'm also able to have the ebook on Hoopla. I don't know if I talked to you guys about how I've been using Hoopla, but anyway, the book is called The World Is Waiting for You. But anyway, I feel like this book is really perfect for this timing of my life where I'm really walking into and stepping into all that God has called me to be. Sorry, I don't want to talk with my mouth full, but it's both scary and exciting. So that's why I'm reading this book. I'll be listening to that on my walk. Guess I'm bringing my camera with me today. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Hey y'all, first of all, hair looks crazy. It looks like I've been through some things. We're done. We're finally done. It feels like it's the end of the fellowship, but it's not. We have a few more things going on virtually. About a month left of the fellowship in person. Today was very emotional. We did the last bit of our liberation lab. It really clicked to me that liberation lab would be like this ongoing workshop that was inner self work in order for you to feel liberated. I would always call them like these leadership workshops or leadership development, but it really is, or it was, personal development from the lens of like liberation, like liberating yourself that way you can liberate others. And he probably mentioned that like maybe in our first session, but I think that I just had my vision and my expectation of what it was going to be, and that's why I think every time we would have it, I'd be like, why are we like having low-key group therapy right now? Like, what does that have to do with leadership? Finally understand why. Really, the whole morning was like the 4-hour session of closing out. There was a lot of different things that we had to do that made me uncomfortable. Let me get my purse so I can show you all. Open up my handy dandy notebook. I've been trying to journal every day so that I can remember all the things, different things that people say, some of the gems that I took away. Yesterday's Liberation Lab focus was about self-authorship. So we created goals and we talked about the story that we tell ourselves, old versus new. And then we also talked about different ways of relating to emotion. So like controlling and relating versus resistance and flow. And literally like just this different spectrum of how you relate to emotion, from suppressing to resisting to regulating to allowing to welcoming to flowing. And then we also had this activity when it came to forgiveness. So you can imagine, like, again, all these things are kind of like, this is not what you expect when you think of like leadership training. But yeah, that's kind of what we did yesterday. And then today, I know I'm gonna be so mad at myself when I look back in these videos because I look so crazy. It's the end of a long day. So today's Liberation Lab, we went over conflicting beliefs, so things that we think of ourselves, and then conflicting values. Values are in general the things that move us to action. We did value check-ins with ourselves, and so things that are incremental, transformative, and then evolutionary. One of the things that I wrote down was a value that is not practice is just an intention. So a lot of times we'll say things that we value, but if you don't actually, like I said, practice those things, show up in those ways, then they're not really a value of yours. They're just an intention, things that you want to do. Then we end up writing out different toward values and then away values, the values that we want to encompass. Well, some of my toward values are like spirituality, love, health, family, friendships, happiness, compassion, empathy, loyalty, making a difference, making an impact, success, inspiration, encouragement. And then we have away from values, and so things like feeling insignificant, overwhelmed, being worried, feeling lazy, being confused, rejection, things like that. There was a values list here. I also had another assignment where we basically created necessarily a mantra, but it was a rule. So I focused on happiness, and so my rule was I am happy anytime I smile or laugh or am still or am rested or am kind or do an act of service for someone else. So the idea is that we do those with all of the different values towards and away. And in that way, we have these new rules for ourselves so that we are actually showing up and implementing the values that we hold for ourselves. That way we feel more aligned, more happy. I just use the word happy, but like we're showing up our true selves. Then we did this thing called a life garden, which is basically just like this wheel of life. In each one of these different categories, it varied from 1 to 10. Some of the categories are emotions and meaning, physical wellness, relationships, celebrate and contribute, spirituality, work and career, and finance. And so in learning and growing, I don't know which one to start. I don't know if I went all the way around the circle, but you can imagine all these different things. And we basically just like ranked them all and talked about how we can show up differently in these different things. Just have like a lot of different exercises going back and forth, splitting up your goals into quick wins, absolute must, creating like an entire timeline, like a becoming timeline. And yeah, I mean, we were just going. A lot of inner work that makes me very, very tired. The last session that we did was about rest, renewal, and celebration. So 2 of the things that stuck with me was this quote by Tao Te Ching, part of like this larger proverb, if you would, and it says, care about people's approval and you will be their prisoner. I think that's really important for me because I don't really care about what people think in like real life, in person. I think sometimes on social media, it requires for me to kind of care what other people think because I'm I put myself to subject to other people's opinions, and I can tell like when that's not healthy and when it's not helpful, and when it's just like not in line with who I see myself as and all these different things. That's just like a very small subsection of the negative side of doing social media or like being on social media, but not at all like the overall consensus of it. But anyway, I just wanted to write that down because it's something that spoke to me, as well as kind of having this perspective and this idea that in the gap of who I am today and who I am becoming looks like being, doing, and then having, whereas a lot of people think of it as having, doing, and then being. And I feel like I have embodied this in the previous season of my life, where from the moment I finished my first fellowship with the CBCF, I created this entire like not branding but segment on my channel with like just being Brelynn. And I really think that was helpful for both my mental health and then also just like who I am as a person outside of medicine, outside of my career, outside of all of my goals and things, because I just allowed myself a space to just be. So that's everything that we did in the first half of the day. We had lunch, and then we did a lot of reflections for the entirety of the program. Compliment shower, where every single person in the room will speak about the things that they like, admire about you. And that's like very overwhelming, but also just like, it's hard to receive, but it's also really beautiful to receive at the same time, because hearing these amazing people say like, oh, like I want you to be my doctor one day, and not just like saying things frivolously, but like with actual, they really mean these things. You are a great representation. Like I would want you to be a role model for my granddaughter, and just things like that. I'm just like, wow, this is just so many nice things were said, which I am still processing and internalizing, but really appreciative of. And then we also got our certificates of completion. Like I said, we're not technically done with the fellowship yet. It's my certification for the Liberation Lab, and this is my certification for the fellowship. And then they also have the picture that we took during the first convening that we had in March with the Dean of the School of Public Health here at GW. So yeah, I'm gonna add this to my gallery wall behind me because I'm certified, baby. We took pictures, we said goodbyes. I don't exactly know the next time I'm gonna see everybody in person, but I think that they're going to try and like have different things for us as alum. I don't know how much I'll be able to participate with because of the next season of life that I'm going into, but as much as I can, I definitely want to try to be. Like I said, we do have about a month left of the fellowship, but obviously the next couple of sessions that we will have are going to be virtual. So I feel like I am so tired. Like I have been running around all week long, barely getting any sleep, just like grinding, presenting, preparing things, writing papers, like all week long. I'm very proud of myself, and it does feel like a good time to be proud of myself, as if it was the end of the fellowship. Like I said, even though I still have a little bit more left, it feels like when you finish finals, but like you can still walk across the stage. Like I kind of feel like I walked across the stage, but I still have like 2 exams or something to take. But they're not exams, they're more so like a couple of classes to go to. So yeah, that's pretty much, not completely, but pretty much the end of the fellowship. I just have the rest of the month to close out the rest of my time at my placement site, and then we're moving on to the next stage of life, which is medical school. And I could not be more excited, more proud. I'm trying to do like all my reflections here now, especially as they're fresh, because no better time than the present. And in a day from now, a week from now, a month from now, I won't have the same language or feel the same way and be able to articulate it. So I just want to do it here now. But I will say, what I'm most excited about is to see how this fellowship, how the benefits of it manifest later on in life, whether it be the skills that I learned, the tactics that I learned, the connections and the network that I made, because this entire process has been delayed gratification, with it starting months after we thought it was going to start. Obviously, there's a waiting time when you're applying and you don't know if you got in, and you do interviews and stuff. Yes, we did that amount of waiting, but then there was like this extended amount of wait. And at the end of the day, this fellowship did not look the way that I thought it was going to look for me professionally. But what it did not provide for me professionally, it provided for me personally. And I think it's really nice and important as I go into this transition phase of my life. I'm literally not just transitioning into stage of life, going to medical school, but I think specifically like with me turning 30 and me really feeling like it's an end of one chapter and the beginning of another, I feel like I have a lot of tools that I wouldn't have been prepared with in any other way. And again, it's not what I expected from this fellowship. I expected to leave with things that I could boost my resume and to put on my CV and all these things. And although I like know people and I have things, like I can definitely put a lot of stuff on my CV, but I think that there's a lot more like kind of like soft skills and connections and experiences that are more apparent now, and I can also imagine them manifesting later on in the future, whether that be in leadership roles in medical school, later on in residency, or even after residency. I don't know when or how, but I'm excited to see when it does. So yeah, y'all, this was my experience as a health leadership impact fellow with the Office of Minority Health and George Washington University School of Public Health. It was a stepping stone in me becoming Dr. Brelynn. And as I've mentioned with a lot of my pre-med experiences, there are so many ways in which it has prepared me to not only be a better medical student, but also be a better physician, a better patient advocate, a better public health leader, a better public servant. I think that I'm gonna go home tonight, way I can sleep in my own bed and I don't have to take the suitcase with me to the tea party and all the things. So it's rush hour now, and I also have just been on go all day, so I could use a moment to decompress. So I'm going to be horizontal, order myself some dinner, pack up everything, and then take an Uber back home. The next vlog that you guys will see will probably be my birthday vlog, and I'll also include some clips from the tea party. So if you want to see that or anything else that I get into in my journey to becoming Dr. Brelynn and just my life being Brelynn, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, ring the bell, that way you don't miss notification from me. Follow me on my social media at brelynn.hunt and live each day to the fullest, because you only live once. I'll see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Letting you down easy, but just give it time. If it don't hurt now, just wait a while. You're not the big fish in the pond no more. Said you want what they're feeding on. So what are you gonna do when the world don't orbit around you? Yeah. No. So what are you gonna do when the world don't orbit around you? No. So ain't it fun?